Good evening, and welcome to a very exciting time here at Assetto Friends. We've got the new season of AF1. If I bring up the live broadcast, we'll see the queue of cars waiting at the exit of the pit lane, ready to start qualifying. I love this. This is just all waiting. And there's 50 minutes, and away we go. Here comes some carnage. There's some people that are still collidable, and Vicente Guerra is currently... Wonderful. The server had a moment already. Fair, my ping's quite high. That's not a good sign. So we're live at Kyalami for the first round of the new season. Let's ride on board with Matthias Vasic in the Orange Arrows car. Lovely car. Lovely looking car. Going through turn 5. This is where attack mode will be. On the left, on the exit of turn 5. There's a few cars in front of him now. Yeesh. You need to get some space, guys, if you want to get a good lap in. I'm also on race control today, so we'll need some... So you'll hear some driver chatter at certain points, particularly things like changing over sessions, and through VSCs, of course. Personally, I love the sound of the Formula E's. It's a great choice, and hopefully we'll see some great racing. They're a challenging car, but they're very close rate. They can produce some really close racing, as long as you don't do what Vasic did and stay and go off track. So plunging down the hill now towards the final complex. The very peculiar gets all crossed up on the apex on the inside of turn 12. Listen to that. Let's switch to Juan Manuel Gutierrez, who's waiting. He's backing off to get some space as he goes through turn 14 with 2 cars ahead. So this is the first part of qualifying. We've got 15 minutes for this part of qualifying. That will be followed by the Super Pole. The top 5 drivers will get another chance to set a lap to decide the top 5 on the grid. As you see, Juan starts his lap. We're plunging downhill through turn 1, brake for turn 2. It's a hairpin with a tricky exit because you've got to get it right as soon as possible to get through 3, which is even more complex. You've got to sort of bounce off the inside curve through 4 and then 5. Wide on the exit of 5, but there's no track limits there, so he should be safe. There is a V10 sound mod, yes. Towards turn 6, almost flat in high. It's flat in high mode, not quite flat in this quali mode that we're seeing right now. Braking for turn 7. Oh, gets on. Goes a little wide on the power through 8 and 9 now. Another fast chicane up the hill. Watch that curve on the right. Spot your braking zone, which is nearly impossible to do for turn 10 at the hairpin. And straight back downhill. Gets a little cross up on the exit through turn 11, which is basically a nothing kink down the hill. Turn 12, a super fast left-hander. Braking's over turn 13 is unknown, as you see there, with Juan going wide and off track. There is a cut line there. Turn 14, which is a fast kink. And braking for the final hairpin at turn 15. He goes wide, and we'll start the next lap. Wolf sets the first fast lap with a 1:37.6. We've seen laps in the mid 36s, so that's the time we're sort of expecting. The cars sound amazing, I think. Vicente Guerra, forgive the pronunciation, goes for a 36.6 and goes on to pole position. Good lap from him. That's sort of where we're going to see. That's probably one of the fastest times we've seen. Padova getting all crossed up. You see the difficulty these cars are of these cars. Trying to keep them straight and narrow. You've got to be gentle, you've got to be patient, and you've got to be caring. You've got to love your car, or it will punish you. If you lock up, you'll get a flat spot, and you'll be vibrating like crazy for the next 20 minutes until your pit stop, or until the end of the race. It's a mandatory pit stop, which is that's a great segue there. Mandatory pit stop as well. Look how tight that field is. P2 to P4 within 2/100th of a second. This proves how close this field is and how close the racing should be. I can't wait for the race. But we've still got 10 minutes of qualifying to go. Is there another version of the camera? There is. How's this one? What about that one? That works well. Let's see Toggle Potobo. Let's have a look at what... You can change tyres. You can change tyres. There's just only one compound. There's more than 11 drivers. We have 18, I believe. 18 drivers. 18 or 19. I can't remember which number it is. But you see at the bottom of your screen all the list of all the drivers that we have in here. We've got Redacted and Rubber and Mythic and all sorts. They're all there. As I said, we'll explain through the format as we go on. Rubber 9 goes to P2. He's one of the other ones that has really been looking fast. At least in quali mode. Race. That's a great camera. You see, here's almost like a sonic boom going past the camera. It's amazing. Into the turn 13 hairpin for Guerra in the Orange Arrows car, teamed up with Matthias Vasic. They were teamed together, I believe, for the Exos 1000 race last week. Matti Suriano goes to P10. That's Blackie Matt. He's changed his name at last. But Mythic goes to P14. So now we have 16 times on the board. 15 of them are normal laps. There's my obligatory game freeze. Got a nice tight field in the midfield, certainly. And I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be amazing. There's that sonic boom again. It's amazing. So Guerra's now got traffic in the form, that's by Mythic, who's P14 at the minute. Guerra's going to... is he going to look? He is going to look, but he's not going to make it. Alex Baltashu goes to pole position with a 36.2. That's the fastest lap I've seen all day. I've ever seen it with this track. I'm curious as to how he did that. That's incredible. Where does that come from? Because we haven't seen anything like that from anybody, and it's just out of nowhere. Unbelievable. Fail goes P6. Rubber 9 improves with 36.3, so I think the track's rubbering in now. Rubber. So Baltashu has got some, what's the word? Competition. Sounds weird when the cars are that quiet. I'm going to turn up this. There we go. Go a bit higher with the sound. Let's take a look at a guy. We see some sparks coming off of Daniel Wolf. Let's switch over to Arnie. The last race we've seen him in was in AF3, and I believe VIR. But before that, his last race finish in Assetto Friends was actually a win at Road Atlanta. I remember that distinctly. It was just behind me. He was just in front of me. As that boom again. It's going to be awesome to hear all the way through the season. We've got 8 rounds for you in this season. And I can't wait for some of them. It all kicks off here at Kyalami. Next week we go to Zolder, followed by Lippo Village and Cadegua for round 4. We decided to bring that back. We've used it for AF3, and we need this in AF1, so we're using it. The top of this field is getting even tighter. Top 6 separated within half a second now. So that then we take a break for a week, and we come back for round 5 at Okayama. I've forgotten my own calendar. Yes, Okayama. That's the 28th of February. Then we go to Vallelunga and Brands Hatch for round 7, and the season finale, the pièce de résistance of Formula E this season. Nürburgring reverse. We're going to the reverse layout of the Nürburgring, and I cannot wait for that race. That's going to be amazing. I've driven the track in reverse with these cars. It's insane. I personally prefer it to the right round. At 35 from Vicente Guerra goes to the top of the times. But at this stage of quali, it's all about getting in that top 5, and it's a pretty tight battle considering 5th place is a 36.7. Thank you, D-Day, for following. Thank you, wonderful. Costa goes to P13. I wonder if the guys know there's a camera there now. Because they're just driving straight through it, even though there's like curb there. You'd think it'd be slower, but I guess not. Yeah, Virginia Guerrero finds us 35. That's the first 35 we've seen. Like ever. For me, I've been watching the times closely. This is the first 35 we've seen. So it's a bloody fast lap. But so too is Arnie's lap. He is going to improve. He stays P5. It's a 36.4, which is going to push him, which is going to be a bit of a buffer that he needs. When he's got the likes of Daniel Wolf, who was within a couple of hundredths. It's now 3/10. Speaking of which, let's look at Daniel Wolf. He's heading down. He's in this neon yellow car, heading towards turn 6. Jake Fimes has had an issue, I think. Let's go right on board with this one. I'll just leave you to hear the sound. I know it's Formula E, but I'll leave you to hear the sound of it. Around the final corner we go for Daniel Wolf. Currently P6. He's just had Tonga Batobo come up behind him. No improvement this time. Just 37.3. If he wants to shove a super pole, he's going to need to be in the top 5. So he needs to find 3/10 in 3 minutes. What was the prediction? I didn't see it. Oh, it's a spin for Daniel Wolf at turn 5. We could see that quite a lot in this race. Let's see who else we've got going on in a minute. Let's have a look at Fern. He's currently P8. He's lost quite a lot of time in the second phase. He's going into the pits. So this pit lane is quite a tricky pit lane because you've got this tight, really, really tight hairpin. Case in point. This is to Vicente Guerra, who is relatively on the pace of where he was to his best lap. It's a 35.9. So not quite fast enough to improve on his lap time, but he's still on. He's still got first of the minute. Two minutes left. Next round, the final corner will come Felipe Contreras, who is starting a lap. I always get that wrong. Rubber 9 also starting a lap. Roman Nesh improves to P10 with a 37.4. Tonga Batobo's next. He's currently P7. He does improve to P6. In fact, by Mythic will be next. He needs Tonga Batobo's needing to find about a tenth of a second to get into that top 5 super pole. I'm just a little bit concerned that I might not be able to join the session for super pole. So I'm going to have to do a bit of messing about with that. But that should be fun. Jake Feimster over the line. He still hasn't set a lap time yet. He's got P17. His best lap's a 2:11. He just set that. Oh, he's just come back. He's just come back after an issue. Thank you, kids. I know you're not really a fan of these cars, but hopefully the racing should win you over. Gutierrez. Still not set a decent lap time. He's coming P18. His best lap's 2:17. Yeah, 2:17. He's running out of time. In fact, he's only got one attempt left. I would actually set a spin at the final corner. That's not going to be good because that's the end of his qualifying. Fern and Vasic are the next two to come over the line. Here's Fern. Doesn't improve. Vasic on the other hand. He's P17, I should say. He's P17 on 41.8, so he's in the list. Fabio, I've done it again. Andrea Di Noia goes to P2 with a 36.0. 30 seconds left in the session, and a few people left to come around the final corner, including this man, Alex Boltashu. He seems to have lost quite a lot of time in the final sector. but he's got enough time to start a new lap. By Mythic will be next, followed by Suriano. Let's switch to Matty Suriano as he comes towards the line. Improves but stays P13. Behind him, Togo Patobo, who will stay P6. He's still got enough time to set another lap though. Arnie's come back into the pits. So that's the end of his qualifying. He is on the bubble. Fern goes into the pits as well. Next up will be Lucas Weber, currently P11. He's going to come over the line. He improves, but not enough. He stays P11. Wolf improves, but stays P6. We're still waiting on the last few drivers. Next will be Matthias Vasic. He's coming towards the final sector now. Two corners left. At the minute, it's going to be Gerard, Dinoya, Baltashu, Rubber9 and Arnie qualifying for Superpole. Vasic round the final corner, currently P17. He's looking like still quite a slow lap. He's going to improve on his time, but still stays P17. Behind him, Contreras, and that's Rubber9 behind him. Contreras improves to P9. Rubber9 does not improve, but he doesn't need to. He's still P4. Nesh will stay P11. Baltashu improves but stays P3. He didn't need to improve. In fact, he goes to P3 to beat Rubber9. Alex Baltashu is in the hunt this season all of a sudden. Thank you, Gallerito, for following. Thank you. By Mythic will improves, stays P14. Matti Suriano goes P13. So the 5 drivers qualifying for Superpole: Vicente Guerra, Dinoya, Baltashu, Rubber9 and Arnie. The rest of the grid is set from 6th down to the back in 17th. We're going to unmute myself now from the voice chat in the hopes that this won't go to shit. Okay guys, awesome job on quali.
Did you see my difference to P11?
Yes, 6,000th. Nice one.
Not so good for me.
Should we left the server or just wait for it to die?
You can wait for it to die, that's fine.
Okay.
Right, I just want to confirm. So it's Vicente Guerra, Dinoya, Rubber9, Baltashu and Arnie. Not necessarily in that order, but you've all qualified for Super Bowl, yes?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
I'm having to do this manually because I have to include myself in the entry list as well in order to get in.
Poggers.
Poggers. I hate myself.
That's fine, this is going to be fun.
Does your
Alright.
previous lap time still count?
No. But,
So it's literally could just clinch the pole position, for instance, if the person has a bad lap.
if you get a bad lap, you'll stay the lowest you can go in quality is P5.
Yeah, that's cool. Sounds cool.
Or P6 if it depends on how badly the lap goes, because I have to be in there as well.
All right.
So I think that means I automatically start P6 or something, but that's okay. I don't know why I need to configure the entry list yet. Right. Refresh the page. Qualifying is completed. Yep, entry list is all good. So away we go. So if P5 in quali, so was that Arnie?
Yeah, that's B, yeah.
If you could join the server first, the rest of you can join, but like as soon as possible for Arnie,
Just
because he needs to go out.
Click join now.
Yeah, as soon as you jump in, so you can go out and start your lap.
Can we all join? All 5, I mean.
All 5, yeah. All 5 can join the server, that's fine. It's just we need Arnie first.
Also, how's the stream delay so low?
Because good internet? I don't know.
Good internet.
Right, yeah, so Arnie, if you want to start your out lap.
Just
everyone
starting now.
Yeah, everyone else can wait at the exit of the pits. And who was P4 in quali?
Me, Robert.
Robert, so you'll be next. Once Arnie passes by to start his hot lap, you can leave the pits. Same for Boltashu. Once Rubber starts his hot lap, you can leave the pits, and so on and so on. Hopefully that makes sense.
We only get one opportunity, right?
One lap, one flying lap. I'm going to stay unmuted in the voice chat for this, so I can do race control stuff. No, actually, that's a bad idea. Just mute. Thank you, Jens, for the bits. 9 for Rubber. So this is the start of our brand new Super Bowl session. Each driver will get one shot.
Penultimate corner, be prepared.
Alright, I'm just starting now. Just about to cross the line in a minute.
Do I go when he starts?
Yes.
You go after he's started his lap. So you'll end up behind him. And Arnie, once you finish your hot lap, could you teleport to the pits?
Yeah,
Thank
started now.
you. Okay, Robert, you can leave the pits. Boltashu, you can wait at the end. There's Arnie on his lap. You should see Robert behind.
Yeah, I just crashed out.
How? He's supposed to be in the pits.
It said unexpected error and I went out.
Oh, that's on the crash end. Okay, come back in as soon as you can. If not, we can just leave you at the end.
No, I think I'm fine. It's just
Back to
crashed
the
out.
Cheers.
Alright, I'm in.
Cheers. So Arnie coming through the second sector a bit on his lap now. He's done a pretty good first sector, I would think. Through the fast chicane and up the hill towards turn 10 and 11.
It's done it again. I can drive.
Keep trying, keep trying.
Right. Should I restart the computer?
Do your best. Seriously, just keep trying. That's all you can do. Final few corners for Arnie. Seems like pretty cautious on the exit of turn 13, but seems to be pretty good as well. The worst is going to finish is P5. You've got to try it. I should have deafened, but I guess I can't really do anything. So Arnie's going to come around the final corner. What's it going to be?
Last corner
Pretty good
now.
lap. 36.7 for Arnie. Rubber 9 will be next. We'll go on board for his lap. 36.7 is the first lap time.
Who should go?
Boltashu, are you in the server? Are you able to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move bits. Don't overtake Rubber. Yeah, right, so... on his
Josh,
way is
can you tell
Boltashu.
me when I need to go and can I come?
But on the lap is Rubber 9. Ignore them in the voice chat. I can't really deafen them. I need to change tracks or something. I'll do some research. Through turn 5, Rubber seems pretty clean so far. We'll compare it in a minute with the sector times as he comes across the sectors. Through to turn 6 now. Approaching the sector line, he is a 10th up on Arnie so far. Through the chicane at 8 and 9. On the hill towards 10. Seems pretty clean from Rubber so far. Sort of following that right edge of the track to see where the track goes for the braking zone. Down the hill, pulls it to the inside pretty quickly through turn 11. It's quite difficult when you've got the power on, particularly in quali mode, to pull it in at the time. Down the hill, turn 12, easy flat in quali mode, but my god is it exciting to watch. 13 now. He goes all the way to the left to get a wide angle through there. He's 3/10 up in the second sector. So this should be pole position for Rubber unless he messes it up coming through the final corner.
Penultimate corner.
Rubbernine's going to come across the line. It's going to be a 35, I think. It's 36-1.
Can I go?
36-1 goes to pole position.
Just wait for the next car.
Denoyer, you may now leave
Go.
the bits. Now for Alexander
Can I?
Voltashu on his lap.
What did he say?
Denoyer
Yes.
leave pits.
Yeah, you can leave the bits now. Leave the bits now.
It's when the second car comes past, because the first car that goes past is the first one finishing a hot lap. The second one is the car start.
Okay.
Arnie's got it down. He knows how this works. Voltashu comes in the first sector. See how he does round turn 6. It's 10.5 down, but he's still in the mix. Turn 7. This track only gets trickier as the track goes on. The fast 8-9 shift sweeper. He goes a little bit deep on the exit of turn 8. He's compromised turn 9 just a little bit, but he's kept it together. Up the hill. Scout your braking zone for turn 10. About 60 metres. He's kept it mostly to the inside, but seems a bit cautious on the exit. He's right on the edge, down the hill again. Under the bridge to get the braking zone. Under the bridge to get the timing. That's 3.5 tenths down again. This could still be P2, you know. It could still be P2. But he's gone wide at turn 13. And he's gone off. Is that going to be enough? Has the sector gone red? Sorry, has the time gone red? 1 corner to go. Worst case scenario is P5 for these guys. Round we go. Final corner and across the line. 37.0. It was valid, so it's P3. Andre Denoyer will be next. He hasn't even started his outlap yet.
West corner.
I completely overestimated how long it would take to do this session. Vicente Guerra, you can leave the bits. I'll just give them this bit.
No problem.
Down towards turn 2, plenty of entry apex. Maybe to help slow the car down, maybe to get a wider entry, but it's a little bit squirrely through turn 2. It's a good line through turn 3, pulls it all the way to the outside, ready for turn 5 to get the widest entry. All the way through, using a bit of the slide to get it turned in. Looking good. Turn 6 now. Again, wide, almost flat. You can hear, almost flat through there. Oh, a little wide at turn 7. He's going to lose a bit of time, but he's good. But he is a half a tenth up through the first sector. That was before going wide at turn 7. Looked a little rough through 8 and 9, but it's good up the hill. The normal wobbles you get under braking with these Formula E cars as we head through the hairpin and down the hill once more. Half the time he's lost 6 tenths in that second sector. It still could be enough for P2. P2 is still within reach if he can get this third sector bang on. Looking good through turn 13, maybe a little early on the power. Really wide, doesn't even touch the inside apex through 14. That's a good line through 14. Braking for the final corner 15. My voice is already gone. I've still got a 45-minute race to go through. Round the final corner. And it's going to be P2 with a 36.739. That's bloody close. Vicente Guerra, who's gone wide at turn 15 to start this lap. Away we go. Brake for turn 2 seems to be a bit, maybe a little cautious, I don't know, maybe he's trying to get onto the apex. Maybe he's just ping doing that, but exits at turn 5 now. Uses a little bit. Drifts to the left hand side. Doesn't use so much apex towards the entrance as everyone else, but he does take a later turn in. And it does sound almost flat. 600ths down through the first sector. That was a strange turn 7. He's having to straddle the exit curve. Now through turn 8 and 9, use all the entry 8, but all the curve on the inside of turn 8. Up the hill. just enough on the exit of turn 9. Braking at 50 metres, about 10 metres later than everybody else. He gets it stopped. It looks a little squirrely, but it's still fast if he can slow it down and make the corner, you know? Down the hill. Under the timing bridge. Another 600s down. So he's got to find 1.2 tenths in this final sector if he wants to get pole and snatch it away from Rubber 9. Again, seems pretty cautious out of turn 13. He uses he had to ease off through exit 14, otherwise we're going to go off. Through 15, he's pointing towards the entry. Coming to the line now, is it going to be enough for pole? No, it's not. It's going to be P2. Rubber 9 takes pole position for the first round at Kyalami. Okay, that's it.
Yes!
Nice job, guys.
Do we leave the server now?
You can leave the server. Yeah, you can leave the server. There's still 3 minutes left in this qualifying session, but obviously you can't do anything about that. Do some donuts. I don't know. Showboat.
Can you check if I don't have any error somehow?
Try rejoining the server, maybe. I don't know.
Because I got errors last time.
Yeah.
No.
So I think I overestimated how long this session would take. But maybe it's good to have that buffer. So thank you, Rubber, for the entertainment in the meantime.
So do you have to set the grid order for the race then?
Yep, and Rubber's got a puncture. Yes, I have to set the grid, but I can't do that until the session finishes.
So for 2 minutes left.
Yeah. So there's a little break, so maybe now's the time.
Get yourself
to
a drink and have a pee.
Yeah. Get ready.
How long's the race?
45 minutes.
I don't want to say the same thing again in Air 1000.
And Josh, you can always practice reading the VSC script that you're inevitably going to have to read.
Conventional teams, this is... I practiced it in AFA, it's fine.
We only had a handful last season. And it was mostly in one race.
I was going to say, it was all at Imola.
Spa, I think. It was all in Spa.
Yeah, M1 was before we had the rules, so we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, now you have time to check where the track limits are.
Right, I write the rules in place.
So Imola caused Article 25.2 to be enacted to change a rule mid-season.
Yeah. That wasn't even in place then, either. But anyway. So, I hope this works properly. I don't want to have to set the grid manually, but still.
You know, now would have been the perfect time to play a message from our sponsors at beam.id.
It is indeed, and I think I might do that just now. Thank you.
Oh, so now would be the time to give me my actual skin now, even though I know it's not how it works.
Okay.
You'll have to wait till next week. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't do it next week.
Welcome back. So we just finished Super Bowl, so forgive the dead air. I'm just writing something down to make sure, just in case something goes wrong. I say this is the first time we've done anything like this, so things may go wrong. It may seem a little clunky, but we'll get better. We'll get better. And now we wait. Let's see, we're just waiting for the server to die again, and we'll get Super Bowl. We'll get the grid together. Oh, excuse me. Oh, good, that's saved correctly. Cool. Oh, that works. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let's see, I'm learning things while we're doing this as well, so just getting this together. So that starts from P6. Okay, yes, so everything looks good. So hopefully, when the server dies again, which is now, the entry list should be correct. I'll double check the entry list now. Make sure the order's correct. And that's immediately wrong. Wonderful. Just make sure it's correct now. Why is that not working? Should I play the advert again? They shouldn't be here in Super Bowl. That doesn't make any sense. No. How helpful. Back in 2 seconds. Welcome
Okay,
back.
then just add one.
Welcome back. Apologies. We've had some issues setting up the starting grid for some reason. So, yeah, it's supposed to be Super Pole first, then qualifying, but it's gone qualifying, then Super Pole for some strange reason. So the way it's going to work is we're going to do... I've got people talking in my ear while I'm saying this as well, so I'm going to be careful. So we're going to do a formation lap. We're going to do a formation lap, rejoin, and do a formation formation lap and a standing start. So bear with us while we do this. This is going to be pretty difficult. But the people that all qualified well in Super Pole, they're all at the back here. Rubber 9, Rubber 9, Vicente Guerra, Di Noia, Arnie, Alexandru Baltashu, all at the back. So they're all going to be going through the field at the start of the formation lap to make it to the front of the grid. Oh. Right, everybody's on the grid. So let's bring you back to the live broadcast. Tyre change is mandatory. Tyre change is mandatory on the pit stop. That's the point of the mandatory pit stop. Who didn't join the grid? Oh, Patobo! Jump start for Patobo. Yeah, go. Go, start going on a formation lap. Come on. Come on! Why are people not starting? Come on. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Right, top 5 go to the front of the grid. I'm afraid, Patoba, that jump start will have to count because we can't do anything about that. I'm really sorry. Yeah, if you do a drive-through, just wait at the end of the pit lane. It's not that much further forward. So if the first 5 can go to the front of the grid, we've got the first 2. So is it Di Noia third, then Arnie, then Baltashu? Is that right? Di Noia, Arnie, Baltashu. Yeah, and you're currently third. I know. So Arnie go past Baltashu. There we go. Top 5 is correct. So everyone should now be in the right position. Yeah, 17th. Then 18th for Feimster, 19th for Gutierrez. So it'll be a standing start on the grid, except for Patobo, who'll be going into the pit lane. And we'll be starting at the end of the pit lane. Odd on the left, even on the right. If you want to go really slow, I can just guide you to the grid. So someone understands my pain.
Mode is you need to have an app for that. If you need to see it, or it's at the top of your screen, one of the two.
Okay.
It's the first race and you're already breaking them.
This is painful.
Actually, Josh, now think of it. I control when the race starts, right? Because I'm the last guy in the last place.
Kind of.
Yeah.
In some weird backwards way.
Yeah.
Why can't I
You still have a speed, so you cannot take forever.
Sorry, mate. I'll extend it as long as I can.
Josh starts the timer, so it doesn't really matter what you do.
Right, rubber on the right. Brake, rubber! Rubber! You've gone way too far. Come back, rubber. Baltashu, you want to go a little bit further forward? Perfect.
Wait, am I on the right side?
So Fails on the right, Contreras on the right, then Fern on the left. Excellent. Nesh on the right. Lucas on the left.
You hit me, rubber.
Sorry.
A bit further forward, Nesh and Lucas. So Matt is on the correct side. Mythic on the left. Costa on the right.
Is this fine, Josh? my
Yeah, you're
position.
fine. Roman, if you could
I think
Who's in the pits?
someone jumped me.
Yeah, obviously Patobo's in the pits, so don't worry about him.
It's on the wrong side of the
It doesn't.
Mythic, if you want to switch to the left-hand side.
I think
Thank
I'll
you.
fuck my
Vasek on
position
the
up as
right,
well.
Redacted on the left. Mythic, you might want to readjust that.
Oh, this is...
So who should be 17th? So it's Vasek 16th.
I'm 17th, but I'm waiting for Mythic to
Yeah,
fix
that's
this
fine.
before I close
Denoya,
up.
I think me and you have to switch.
Oh god, this is Formula 1
No.
all over again in
No, it's
Malaysia.
fine. The grid's fine. The grid's fine up to this point until we get to Mythic.
It says that
It's taking like a
Denoya's fourth.
17-point turn.
No, I'm third.
Mythic just reversed quite
alright.
a lot. Reversed quite a lot.
You're second, right?
As long as
This
you
is
don't hit
painful.
someone.
Josh,
There
you
we go.
made
And
this
now
leap.
take the left.
Costa, could you maybe increase your distance to me?
You can readjust
Yeah.
again if you want, Mythic.
Okay, there. I think I did
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I cleared
Redacted,
it.
you can move in on the left
That's
now.
good. That's good. Thank you.
Feimster on the right, go forward one row, that's it, and Gutierrez on the left. One more row, Gutierrez. You want to move forward a little bit, Redacted? Just a smidge? Bit further? That'll do. Okay, everyone's in a place, I'll take that.
Why is Toy second? Oh, wait.
Because he's at the end of the pit lane.
Do I go? I've definitely
do I
lost
go-
position here, but it doesn't matter. We'll just get on with it.
Do I go when I see all them go by, or will you tell me when?
Once they've all gone by.
Okay.
Right, 2 seconds. Right, I've logged in now at last. Oh, for God's sake, can I please just set the bloody VSC? Everything's going wrong today, I hate this.
I feel that,
Log
Josh.
in.
Hey, are we starting under a VSC?
Is VSC
We're
just not allowed
using
or something?
VSC
It's
as
not
the
working.
timer.
VSC's dead.
Okay, what about we
Why is
just start
everything
once
going
it
wrong in
hits
this sodding
43?
race?
Well, we still have
could
3
start
minutes.
once
So.
it hits 43 minutes on the timer.
Yeah,
we could do
I can't
that.
do VSCs. So in 20 seconds, when it goes to 43.
Wait, what? What?
Start
When
at
it gets to
43
when it
minutes.
gets to
So we're
43
starting
minutes.
in 10 seconds, right?
10 seconds.
10,
Okay.
9,
8.
8.
I'll do the countdown. 7, 6. You focus on the driving. 5.
This is so bad.
4,
Oh my gosh.
3. We know. 2, 1. Go. Tobo, go. Have fun. Okay. At last we're underway. Really apologies for that, and that was the most disastrous start I've ever seen. Oh my god, why is everything going wrong? Right, Rubber's away. In the lead. Denoya second, Arnie third. Weber's got a brilliant start to come up to fourth from the back towards the back of the grid. Wolf's dropped back. Fern's dropped back, and so in fact he's dropped all the way back to the back of the grid now because of a crash between him and Guerrero, apparently, who's up in P6. But it's a clean enough getaway, not too many big crashes, which is great. Rubber coming towards turn 7 for the first time. He's got Denoya breathing down his neck already. Behind this, Fail, Gutierrez, Weber already battling. Fern's in illegal mode apparently. No, that was ages ago. 1808. Yeah, everyone's in the right mode now. Costa's spun off. He's way off the grid. He's dropped to the back through turns 8 and 9 for the first time. Again, I said things would go wrong. I didn't expect them to go this wrong. Jesus. But we're away. And luckily it's all been clean. Which has really helped because we can't deploy VSC now. We're down the hill. There's the first few booms. Vicente Guerra has passed Boltashu for P5. He's going to go around the outside at turn 13. He's going to do the switchbacks. It's so wide you can do that. He's going to be side by side going into turn 14. Boltashu's surely going to back out of that. He doesn't. He's going to stay down the outside. He's going to make the move. He's kept the position. Awesome. Just nerves of steel from Alex. 41 minutes left in this utter chaos. But Guerra surely going to have another move. He's going to have a look into turn number 1. Turn 2, really. Turn 2. Behind this, Weber and Fail side by side. Ooh, almost a tap for the two of them. He's got away with it. Gutierrez has made the comeback of, well, the comeback of a lifetime to come back to P7. just need to... I need to crawl into a hole right now. Rubber 9 and Denoyer. Still pretty close between the top three. Rubber, Denoyer and Arnie. Rubber got his first couple of podiums in AF1 last season. He joined early. Classic had a brief moment of using the quali mode, I noticed. But we're going down the hill. It's been a surprisingly clean start, if you ignore, you know, the formation lap and the standing start that took Mythic 5 minutes to decide to reverse, get back in, seriously. Patobo and Nesh side by side going down the hill through to turn 12. That's the wrong camera, 1F6, there we go. Nesh behind us, we have the inside for turn 13. Attack mode open. Attack mode open. Out the final corner and towards lap 3, and as I said there, the attack mode is now open. That will, you can apply the attack mode once you've crossed the attack mode line. That's not how it works, Mythic. You have to cross the line.
Yeah, I pressed. I'm sorry.
Okay. If you cross the line, it's just past there. If at turn number 5. If you cross it, you'll be allowed to press the button, and I can tell you when that happens for people. Let's see if I just do. I'm going to try messing around with other stuff, trying to get things working. Let's switch to the race control layout here. That's a bad sign, because that's from an hour ago. It's been broken for a while. Okay, it's been broken for a long time. That's bad. So KMR's off, but we won't tell people. that. Baltasha and Wolf side by side for P5. You've got to be careful with this through turn 13. Whoa, no! And there's the first crash. Just misunderstanding where the braking zone was, where the exit of the corner was. Wolf's got away well. Baltasha has got away well enough. They drop a few positions, but don't take anyone else out with them. Don't cut the track, please. My life is bad enough as it is. Live timing's having a fit now. Please, please don't tell me the server's going to die. I don't need this pressure in my life right now. Ada, I know you can hear me. Next week, get someone else to stream this! Toka Patobo spun at the final corner. There's still 37 minutes of this. The server should be fine. I've got my live timer back and just have to refresh. Everything is fine. Arnie in attack mode, so is Contreras. You can see with the yellow marking on the number next to the relative times. Arnie, Contreras, Mythic, or Mythic illegally, but they're in the attack mode at the minute. We can see. Let's have a look at Contreras now. You can see the effect that it's having. We've got him all with F6. You can see the amount of speed he's got over Matti Suriano. Thank you, Mixed Troll. Thank you. For such a wonderful gift in my hour of pain. Down the hill. For Contreras, particularly downhill, you can see the power, the extra power you get with attack mode. He's surely going to have a move. He's going to get past soon enough. And we should see, if I switch to the F5 cam, the orbit cam, you'll see it's not so easily noticeable because of the orange halo. Matti Suriano goes really wide there. You can see the glowing halo, so you'll know exactly what's going on. You'll know exactly who's in attack mode at any one moment if you can't see the left-hand side of the board, which you should be able to see anyway. Robert still leads by 1.2 seconds. Daniel Wolf has retired from the race. That looks like disconnection. What are you... Oh. Wonderful. You've got a copy pass that's going. Oh, Wolf's back in the race. Okay, so it's just a weird... Is he back in the race? I can't see him on track. He is there. He's right next to Baltashu. There he is. I think he tried to go through the attack mode line. Oh no, Wolf is properly lagging out now. Wolf, you're lagging.
Josh, does KMR not work? I did not get a message for attack mode.
KMR is not working. KMR is not
Okay.
working. It's died.
Okay, I went over the line. I didn't use it. Can I use it? Thank you.
Well, I can't check, but we'll check on the replay. So just follow the rules. We'll check on the replay afterwards to make sure. This is a living hell, but the racing's good. Lucas Weber on attack mode. He's putting Gutierrez under pressure. We'll go on board if we head to turn 13. One of the main braking zones. He's going to go by the outside of turn 13. Gutierrez holds on for now. Vasic's out of speed. He's already using his second attack mode, but he's 18 seconds down on anybody. Not a good race for him. Yeah, Wolf is still crab walking. Where is the other bit? Looks fine to me now. Better. Oh, Vasic's gone. Yeah, Vasic's out. Weber running out of time on this attack mode if he wants to try and get past Juan forward. Juan can just as easily, and I reckon you'll see it in a minute, do it to respond. No, he isn't going to do it. Vicente Guerra is in attack mode now. We've still got the other arrows to do, which is this guy, Vicente Guerra. We'll go for a... Look at that. Nice orbit mode for you there. We go back to Weber. Chasing down Gutierrez has decided not to use the attack mode. Weber goes gets a little crossed up through turn 8 and 9. Back down the hill, he's lost a lot of time on Gutierrez. Watch the. Let's have a look at gears. Here we go. Let's stick in the middle. There you go. Look at that. Professional. Look at me. I can produce things. There's professional in the middle. Do you see Weber approaching 180 kilometers per hour? You've got 200 for. Oh, that's fantastic. Weber's coming to the pit. No, he hasn't. I saw someone coming to the pit. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm wrong. Vicente Guerra has passed Arnie under the attack mode, but Arnie's going to try and come back, coming through turn 2. Is this where Arnie decides to use the attack mode to get back at Guerra? No, not quite. Obviously, we'll never know now. I can produce a good stream because look, I've got the graphic. Thank you all 32 of you for watching my pain. Probably laughing at it. I hope you should be laughing at it. Please laugh at it. Wolf versus Fail. Fail's got attack mode. I'm guessing, yeah, Fail's just deployed it. So my guess is this was caused, he lost the position by trying to take the attack activation zone. To cause Wolf to come past. I should get rid of that now. Up the hill. I said I could produce things, apparently not. It took me far too long to realise that graphic shouldn't be on the screen anymore. It's always a challenge doing this. Boltashu. Now that Weber is out of attack mode, Boltashu is putting Weber under pressure. Fimes just gained. Oh, I think Costa and Redacted have come together or something. They've both gone across the grass, I know that. Especially this, because yeah, Redacted just rejoined the track. After this, Boltashu was coming towards the final corner. He's right there with Weber. We'll switch to the on-board again because Slipstream's surely going to play into come into play. That's what I mean. Come into play. He's looking. He didn't have a look there for the long way back, but it's not going to work. But Weber does get scared wide. And they're side by side coming to turn 5. Boltashu takes the position. Weber's switched. He's gone for the attack mode activation. He's going to use it. There's still half an hour left of this race. It's risky to use it this early on, but he's gone for it. Behind that, Matty Suriano has passed Fern for P12. Up the hill again. Weber's got a slower exit. I think he went wide there, so Faust goes Daniel Wolf. Weber's attack mode is not working out for him. He does not. I don't think he knows how to use it properly yet. It seems because he's struggling on this attack mode. Down the hill, De Nooijer's in his first attack mode, so he's catching rubber. Fern's got back past Suriano to turn. Oh no. That's scary. Wolf's got serious connection issues. He's out. Matty Suriano's got the connection issues, actually. My mistake is Matty Suriano's got the connection issues, so he's going to be out. But De Nooijer is catching rubber very rapidly. It's down to 6/10. Suriano's back in the race. But oh my god, is this scary for Suriano. Both the Wolf Team Racing guys, Matty Suriano and Daniel Wolf. We've got a handful of drivers in attack mode. De Nooijer's still in his. Weber's using his second one already. In fact, Suriano has stopped on track at the exit of turn 2. Or the entry to turn 2. De Nooijer having a look at rubber. Rubber's under pressure. Sparks flying for some reason. Down the hill. There's surely going to be a move coming. He's already moving to the inside through turn 12. You can see the extra speed he's got. He's got the outside for turn 13. Braking now. He's going to try and do the switchback because it's such a wide corner. You could do that. You really can. They're side by side through coming towards 14. De Nooijer's running out of time on this. He's only got a handful of seconds left, surely. It lasts for 3 minutes. Get 2 uses for 3 minutes. And here comes that extra speed. 7/10 faster he was on that lap. Rubber's going to have to defend with everything he's got. If he doesn't, he's going to try and take the attack mode. Surely he's going to have to. If he wants to keep this lead. But Rubber hasn't used either of them so far. De Nooijer's past Rubber and takes the lead of the race. Is this where Rubber uses his first one? It is. He pulls to the left. Button pressed. Away we go on lap. This is lap 10. This is lap 11. Sorry, it's lap 11. Matty Suriano's had to leave Weber into the pits for the first time. We're approaching half distance. But in the time it took for De Nooijer to pass and for Rubber to get the attack mode activated, he's already lost nearly 2 seconds, a second and a half. So he's got to gain that in 3 minutes. And De Nooijer's got some excellent pace, but he is out of attack mode now. Still yet to use any of their attack modes. Gutierrez, Wolf, Nesh, Fern, Potobo, and Feimster. As we approach half distance in this race. His first round of AF1 that will be far more chaotic at the start of the race, even before the race, than any of them will be afterwards. I really hope it'll definitely be smoother next week. I will make sure of it. I will do all I can to make sure it's as smooth as possible next week. But the race is underway now, and it's fairly exciting. It's pretty close by AF1 standards. Jake Feimster opting to use his attack mode now to get past Mythic, coming towards turn 8. I had a little lock up there for Costa. Looks pretty smooth for Feimster. Uses, yeah, that's a nice smooth line. I hear no like tyre screeching around the corners, which is a good sign. Baltashu, under his own steam, has caught up to Gutierrez. is still catching Denoyer, but it's not enough at the minute. He's not catching enough, is what I mean to say. He's not catching enough. It's still over a second. Obviously, there's no DOS, but you know, within a second, it's like, ooh, I'm right there. I'm almost at passing length, passing range. That's the word I was looking for. No curve for either of them, which is interesting. Through turns 8 and 9, and up the hill. So Boltashu's still yet to use his second attack mode, and Gutierrez hasn't used either of them. So this is all pure racing down the hill. Fimes done by Mythic. But Mythic has come back very well considering Fimes is on the attack mode at the minute. Arnie into the pits for the first time. And probably only time, let's face it. Arnie will rejoin. He's come back out of the pits. He's going to rejoin behind Fail. It's going to be side by side between Arnie and Fail, actually. I'm going to watch that. That's not good. Ooh, or maybe almost crossing the line as well, but oh, not really matters. KMR's off. So they're close together, but so too are Gutierrez and Boltashu. Still, I say close racing is absolutely possible. No car change as such, but the energy will reset as if it was. If that makes sense. Technically a car change in respect to the battery. I thought the server went down there for a second. I realised it's just a static camera. I got scared. Off the hill, Boltashu still looking for a way past. And Gutierrez still deciding against using the attack mode. Driver of the day so far has got to be Gutierrez. From 19th on the grid to P4. Even if he retires now, he's still driver of the day. Down the inside goes Boltashu. Into 13. Keeps him within, but he's a bit slow on the exit, and Gutierrez is just going to go straight back past. Rubber 9 into the pits. We're at half distance now, so we should see quite a few drivers come into the pits. But I reckon there'll be a lot of drivers who'll be just pushing until the tyres go yellow, then pits, then pit. I'm getting Star Trek Star Wars vibes from these sounds. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. See, is there where's the boom camera? Maybe that one. There's always like a static camera, the car goes past and just goes like a sonic boom, which is really cool. I don't think you get that in real life, but you get it in here because it's AC. You know, anything's possible. Cars can go through cameras. It's fine. It means turn down your volume back up. Let's have a look at the prediction. Who will be ahead remaining at the 15-minute mark? Wan or Boltashu? Now that could be an interesting one. It's looking like Wan's going to be ahead based on the voting. But what could come into play is the pit stop strategies. If one driver comes in early, or earlier than the other, you know, there could be one driver that comes in as late as possible. We go down the hill again. Boltashu was looking at the way around the outside of Gutierrez to turn 10. It wasn't going to work. He's too far back this time for turn 13. Guerra is in the pits. Guerra? Drow. Drow is into the pits. Vicente. And he's going to come out behind. He's just come across the line actually, so he's going to come out in a pretty decent position, I think. He's come out in P3. You should see him now at the end of the top of the screen in the distance. Dino's went wide at turn 5. Here comes Baltashu. Easy move. Easy move. Mistake made. Mistakes were made. Arnie in attack mode for the second time. As he recovers through the field after his pit stop, currently P7. It's looking like it could be a net P4, I think. The top two still yet to pit. Mythic and Costa, both in the pits. Iredact is going to come into the pits as well. There's only a handful of drivers yet to pit. One of them is Andrea Di Noia. Let's take a look at who has pitted based on the pit stops here. Rubber has pitted actually. So it's just Andrea Di Noia who's coming into the pits now. No. Oh no, he is. Oh. I'm not with it. I'm not with it today. Di Noia is in the pits. So this is going to be interesting. He's going to have to get moving pretty quickly because Rubber's coming around the final corner now. He could lose his race lead. Let's switch to that now. Sorry, I just flicked my mic. Baltashu into the pits. There's Rubber 9. Di Noia is just up ahead. You see him there. This is going to be close coming to turn 1, I think, because there's going to be a pretty big speed differential between the two of them. It's down to less than a second, so Rubber did get a little bit of time. But it's not enough. If Rubber could do... Now would be the time to do attack mode, in my opinion. Neither of them are going to do it, though. There's that boom. There's the boom I was talking about. Pit stop takes about 10... at most 10 seconds. Probably less than that. Patobo into the pits for the first time. Nacho Plat from this morning. There's Costa using his second attack mode. Vicente Guerra is trying to catch up. He's got an attack mode activated at the minute. He came out the pits a lap earlier than Rubber. Sorry, than Di Noia. And Rubber's still catching Di Noia. So maybe there's some tyre temperature being involved. Tyre temps involved in this. Sparks flying for no apparent reason. Because I don't think that's possible, but I'll take it. They look cool. Down turn 13, way wide goes Rubber. Yeah, I'll just take another look at the pit stops now. So Gutierrez is yet to pit, same for Wolf, Nesh, Fern. So they've all yet to stop. Togomotobo does 2 stops because he did a drive-through for jump starting the formation lap. Take a look at the progress as well. You see, we'll ignore some of that, but Gutierrez 8 positions up is genuine. Maybe I shouldn't look at that. Into fourth. Wolf, Nesh, Fern all in. Same for Gutierrez as well. So they're going to get out. Baltashu's got out way ahead of Gutierrez as well. So awesome job from that. Weber's going to move to P9. But I forget if he's pitted yet. I think he has. So some interesting strategies going on, some good timings for the strategies as well. But this lead battle is still very close. It's a lot closer than it would be in the previous season of AF1, so I think we've got a good AF1 season up on our hands here. Di Noia and Rubber. Let's switch to the onboard cam from Rubber as we head up to turn 10. Still not at the 15-minute mark. It's Baltashu that's going to get he's going to win the prediction in this one, and all those who bet on him. So the gap is 5 seconds between two of them. So they're going to. It's an excellent job for Baltashu to get that gap from the pit stops. Line, almost matching in times for Di Noia and Rubber. This battle is going to go on for a long time. There's still one more attack mode for the both of them, so that will be a very interesting strategy decision up ahead in these closing stages with the final third of this race. I like that it's a bit of a shorter race, not much shorter, I think. Di Noia will have fresh tyres, but only by a couple of laps. As we saw, the early closing in was because rubber had the better, what's it called? Better temperatures. That's the word I'm looking for. Better temperatures in the tyres coming out of the pits. Fern into the pits, apparently for the second time. I think Fern was in the pits a minute ago, so I don't know why he's coming to the pits again. Almost matching on pace, these two. They're close as close can get. And Gary just needs to push a bit more and he'll be in with a shot. He's almost within a second. There's those sparks again for some reason. I'm not complaining. A little bit wide went Denoyer there, I think, and he's having to go defensive immediately. Rubber's going to pull into the toe. Not close enough this time. Let's look to a battle a bit further back. Gutierrez and Wolf. They're both on attack mode at the minute. I guess trying to pull away from Fail, but he's still got one attack mode left to use. Down the hill. It is a little weird. I got to admit, it is a little weird seeing Formula E cars on a permanent track with such a wide track. But they really do fit well for driving, at least. You know, the feedback has ended up really positive. We're a bit sceptic to begin with, as Gutierrez goes wide again. And he's run out of attack mode. Wolf's going to try and swing around the outside of turn 6. A little tap between the both of them, but they're going to stay both on track. Wolf's going to try and dive down the inside into 7. Gutierrez stays in front for now. The brakes take a little bit of getting used to, yes. They're good. I mean, if there was ABS, they'd be really, really good. They'd just stop. While this is happening, Wolf's pulled down to the inside. I'm going to switch to in front of this. As across the line comes the top 3. They're all within a second of each other. Oh man, we've got a lead battle on our hands. I love it. Meanwhile, Wolf's going to try and dive out the inside into turn number 13. They've come together. There's another bang between the two of them. Pushes Gutierrez off track. No change of position for the top 3s, which means I'm morally acceptable to switch back to this battle. Fail has been brought into this battle. Who will finish ahead? Denoyer and Rubber. I'm going to guess it's Vicente Guerra, I think. You see Gutierrez pulling out, having a look. It's so wide you can do that, but he's going to still try on the inside. And he's turned Wolf round and he's fixed it. Nicely done. But now Fail goes around the outside in turn 3. He's got the inside for 4 and 5. He pulls to the inside to try and get that attack mode. He's going to press the button surely in a minute. Maybe. I don't know. Is he going to? He doesn't. Weber's into this battle. We've got a 4-way battle now for P6. Oh, Fail. Very aggressive, almost pushing Wolf off track again. Gutierrez has gone wide. Wolf has gone wide. Fail is in the hot seat. Guerra has passed Rubber into turn 13. I know I'm switching pronunciations. Yeah, suddenly that betting is seeming a bit one-sided. Even though it's completely even at the minute. That's a lapped car on the left-hand side in the form of Redacted, who hasn't really had a good day. But I'll switch to this battle behind this. Wolf down the inside of Fail into turn 13. Another tap for Wolf. I'll switch behind this. Patobo has got past Contreras for P11. It's all kicking off for P7. Gutierrez has managed to clear off because these three are battling it out tooth and nail for P7. Weber, a second and a half faster on that lap. He's not even in attack mode. He hasn't got an attack mode left. Denoy's in attack mode now to try and pull away from the lead battle. Weber trying down the inside and finally spun them both round! Oh, Weber! Lucas, you got it wrong. Fail gets out ahead. So there goes that. Let's switch back to the battle for the lead. The top three still within a second each. 3-0 battle for the lead. When was the last time we had this in AF1? Unbelievable. This is what AF1's going to be all season. I hope you'll join us next week for a much smoother start to it, at least. Once the racing gets going, the quality shines through. It's amazing. It's been a mostly clean, super smooth, tight race between a lot of the drivers. It's just a bit quieter because of the lack of engine sound. So I hope you'll all join us next week, either driving or watching alongside me or whoever we decide to put in place of me. You see there, Rubber going for the attack mode. Vicente Guerra is holding up very well considering he's got no attack mode and Denoya has. Baltashu's using it as well. Just seen Rubber and Fimester have gone through the attack mode as well. Oh, we have a fan of Joao. Apologies for the pronunciations. I'm not English. So I am English. Redactors has had a spin at turn 7. He's got away again. Switch back to this quickly. In fact, I'll switch back to Contreras and Patobo. Patobo's down the inside of Contreras in turn number 2. Contreras stays ahead for now. Behind that, Mythic and Costa side by side. Oh, it's going to be into the final corner. Costa's still going to have the inside. That's a... Alright. Bit aggressive. But Mythic's still going to come out ahead of that. And just behind that is the battle for the lead that's still going. Costa's trying to pick a line, pick a lane. Costa can't decide which way to go. He's going to go inside, outside. He's just going to weave behind him. Not going to be enough. Denoya set a personal best on that lap of a 39.0. I should say that is the fastest lap's actually Alex Baltashu's got the fastest lap, the 38.6. That'll be a point going his way. Congrats to him. He's currently P5. He's had a good race. I think this car's going to suit him very well. We saw him qualifying. He made it through to Super Pole. Denoya, weirdly, Rubber is sort of out of this despite having the attack mode at the minute. Guerra's having one last push. There's 7 minutes plus 1 lap to go in this first AF1 race. The heat is on. And I'm buzzing. Don't kill me for that terrible pun. Meanwhile, Fail's catching Nesh in a battle for P8, which could also affect Gutierrez, who's just up ahead in P7. But we have to go for this. Let's go right on board with an Arrows car, flying through some sparks coming from Andrea Denoya. There's almost a spin up ahead in the form of by Mythic. This could cause some issues because he's going to be right on the apex in the middle of turn 13. He is going to stay just about out of the way of everybody. Same for Rubber. But that could have been a lot more disastrous. And I might have had to try and... I can't even deploy the VSC in the other ways. Not close enough out. Gutierrez versus Nesh as Patobo activates attack mode. Fail's got past the on Nesh now. Fail breaking much later than everybody else. A little lock-up though. Finds catching up to Miguel Costa meanwhile in the battle for the last points paying positions. Fail's caught up to Gutierrez, who's still got one attack mode left. Fern hasn't used any in this race, which is interesting since there's not 6 minutes left. He's going to have to go now or he's going to miss out. Rubber has caught up just in time. At the end of his attack mode, he's caught up, but he's also, but all of these guys have also caught up to the back markers. Both of them have been slowed down. Rubber's going to catch up. Oh, what an ending this is going to be! Rubber almost loses it through turn 8 and 9, trying to go around the outside of a back marker. Here comes the fire. I've got the energy now to finish this race. 5 minutes left, plus 1 lap. Still less than a second from first to second and from second to third. Any of these three could take the win, and what could come into play are the lapped cars that they're approaching now. De Noia is still going to be stuck behind Miguel Costa coming through turn 13. Costa gets out of the way now, but that's going to hold up. But he's been held up. And in fact, Guerra's going to meet him at just the worst possible time. He does get past fairly cleanly though. Rubber's going to have to try and dive down the inside to try and get past and not hold him up anymore. That's worked okay. It's given De Noia a bit of leeway here. Rubber was 3/10 faster than Vicente Guerra on that lap. This is Rubber we're looking at, the Prema car, the red and black. Behind that, in front of that is the Orange Arrows car, the orange and black of Vicente Guerra, and the Season 5 HWA looking car, sort of the grey and blue of De Noia, which kind of suits him, not gonna lie. It was actually similar to the car he raced, similar to the car colours he raced last season in AF1, which is interesting. But even after 40 minutes of hard racing, there's still battles going through this field, all the way through. Costa versus Feimster for P14. That's right behind the lead battle. Nesh and Weber, which you'll see when the camera changes. There we go, that's still within a second pretty much. But of course we've got to look at the battle for the lead. Who is it going to be? Yes, fastest lap is the only person in 38, which is Boltashu, 38.6. His fastest lap is a 41.4. A little moment there for Rubber. It's brought him back out. It's taken him back out of this battle for a little bit. There's not a lot of time left to go. Guerra's got to have everything. He's going to have to give everything he's got if he wants to take this win. His first win. But no matter what happens, he was half a second fast on that lap. De Noia was the slowest of the three. Whatever happens, this battle is going all season long. Not just this race in Kyalami. 7 more races over the next 8 weeks to bring you. Which should all be incredibly exciting. And it's been a great start to the season, if we ignore the technical issues. I think Rubber's spun. Rubber's spun in the background! Rubber's out! He's going to remain in P3. So it's now only 2 for the win in Kyalami. Yeah, I heard Rubber sounds and it was Rubber. 2 drivers haven't used a single attack mode, Nesh and Fern. Gutierrez and Contreras have only used 1. We've had 2 DNFs in this race, Matti Suriano and Matthias Vasic. Not a good day for the Mats. Guerra almost spins it. His tyres have been on longer than De Noia's have. So this might be where the tyres start to go off for him. This is going to be, yes, the start of the penultimate lap. We're coming up to the start of the penultimate lap. The battle for the lead has fizzled out a little bit. It's going to be De Noia at this rate, but Gutierrez, despite being on attack mode, is under pressure from Roman Nesh, who is also under pressure from Lucas Weber, who's currently P9. Fern's had a spin. I spot it. Fern has had a spin. That's at turn number 5. He's got like 30 seconds to rejoin, because he's still going to stay P13. Down the hill. You can see Gutierrez is starting to pull away a little bit with that attack mode. That's a very interesting braking zone from Nesh. It seems to work though. It looks very clean and very fast. But he has lost ground to Gutierrez, but that's partly because of the the attack mode. Weber is right there behind. Nesh goes wide. Oh no, Weber spun it! Weber! Lucas, why'd you spin it with 2 laps to go? He got going again. Fail almost had an issue as well. Or was that Contreras? No, it was I redacted actually. Oof. Nesh P8, Fail P9, Weber P10. As I say, this is the penultimate lap of the race. The 2 leading cars are coming down the hill now. Costa versus Feimster still going on. As we head down the hill. Feimster's going to switch to the outside line. It's looking like he's going to try around the outside of Costa. It looks good at the minute, but Costa can easily just slow it down a bit more, pull it in. But no, Feimster's still going to keep that position now. He's made it stick. Awesome job. Round the final corner comes De Neuer to start the final lap of this race. If anybody slows down, they're an idiot. I think Costa thinks it's over. No, no one thinks it's over yet. That's good. That's good. Weber's still going to have to try and come back. We've got 2 seconds. A top 10 finish for him would still be pretty good. It's roughly where he started. Make sure everyone pitted, right? Yes, everybody pitted. That's good. Ignore some of that progress. But Gutierrez is the big one that's made 7 places up from where he started. 6 places. Yes. Half a lap to go for Andrea De Neuer in the first round of AF1. I tell you, it's been a really good race. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed it. And I hope the next 7 will be just as good, if not better. With working VSCs as well to make things interesting. And attack mode that actually functions properly. But with 2 and now 1 corner to go, it's been a masterclass performance from Andrea De Neuer. Andrea De Neuer wins the first round of AF1 Season 5. João Vicente Guerra finishes in P2. Rubber, after racing so long, will finish P3. Costa will finish P15 backwards. Arnie finishes an excellent P4 on his return. Baltashu finishes a nice P5 plus the fastest lap to boot with a 38.6. Then Daniel Wolf will come home P6. Gutierrez will come home P7. Romanesh P8. Fail P9. Lucas Weber will finish P10. Contreras will finish 11th. And Togo Patoba will finish 12th. And those have already finished. Fern 13th, Feimster 14th, Costa 15th, rounding out the top 15 and the points. Mythic 16th. And Redacted will finish in 17th. What an excellent start to the season. What an amazing start to this season. Super exciting. Plenty of action. And it's only going to get better. Baltashu's game just crashed. Just after the race. Wow. They're still battling for 1 extra lap for some reason. Fair enough. They're having some personal time. Awesome race. Awesome race today. So let's bring it. I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to undeafen, and just let whoever wants to speak about what happened in the race.
Again, I was over the line at that point.
Yeah, DSQ him, DSQ him.
Just DSQ him.
Hey guys, congratulations, everybody. That was an awesome race. Thank you for your patience with everything that went wrong. Do anyone want to talk about the race on stream?
Again,
so
I gained 12 or 13 positions on the start, just before the first turn. So that's
how
good.
You did that. How did you do that?
I have the diff bigger than it should be.
Okay.
yeah, so
There was one point of the race where like my ping went to 2000 and all the cars were like deja vuing through the corners.
yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
I
I'm
saw
not going
that.
to
I
say
saw that.
anything.
Like,
I keep getting talked over, so.
I would just like to state that I gave everybody the most room and gave up 10 seconds easily just to not mess with people on the lead lap. And
Thank you very much.
Only
Yeah,
one person said thank you.
I couldn't say thank you. I just couldn't say thank you.
I stopped before T2, so all three of you could get through at the same time.
That whole race with my brake pedal slightly stuck on the whole time.
Formula Lithium racing is like a system experience.
Yo, I just saw a car going backwards up the front straight with no wheels on it.
Juan, Fail, and Nash. That was quite a lot of fun. I know we weren't like going for much moves. We're more like a train, but still.
Yeah, I have problems. I have quite a lot of problems with my brake.
Anybody know who murdered me from P15 into the kind of chicane thing?
My side was clean. Thank you, everybody.
And also, cannot see. Well, I don't know where he is, but I'm sorry to the guy. I almost took hell by mistake. I'm really sorry about that.
Talking about when you spun out on the front straight after the last corner?
I spun out with. Sorry.
It was me redacted.
I also spun around.
I spun out with 3 laps to go. That's the position. That
know.
hurt. But other than that, I'm surprised I never locked up.
I know, and then I sat behind you because I didn't want to overtake.
That was also very nice.
Well, quick question: was it just me, or was the mirror not working? Because I didn't have it.
The mirror should be turned on by the server.
It was turned on, but not the one we normally have, which is on the top of the screen. We have the ones on the car, which are useless because I couldn't see shit.
Mine's the one at the top of the screen, right in the middle.
Yeah, same.
I had an incident. I don't even know what happened, but someone just like hit me. I don't know if I didn't leave the space or what. I couldn't see really.
It happened to me as well, so maybe it was me. I don't know.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to shoot off for tonight. Good racing, alright? See you next time.
Alright,
Bye.
see ya.
And I guess that'll do us for today. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. This was a mixed bag to start us off. The technical issues at the start kind of put a damper on things, but afterwards the racing was stunning. And I can't wait for more. Next week we're at Zolder for round 2. Rollercoaster Promotions again. Next week we're at Zolder for round 2. I'm looking forward to that one. That's 5 PM, same time, 5 PM GMT on Sunday. We've still got the stewards meeting tomorrow. That will be at normal time, 2 PM GMT on Monday. So be sure to join us for that, for all the best crashes and a lot of stuff that you missed from this weekend's racing. Next week, AF3 returns for Mosport Park, or what is it called? What is it called now? Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, whatever it's called. Then Saturday we've got AF4 again at the Bend in Australia. That's for round 2. The grid for that could be as high as 54. There's 54 slots. We might not do that many, but there's 54 boxes on that possible. But who knows? Then we've got on Sunday AF Asia round 2 at Bud. As I said this morning, that's a Buddha India. That should be just as good as Bahrain today. And of course, AF1, as I said, Zolder on Sunday at 5 PM GMT. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to try and do my best impression of a Formula E car now. Let me see if I can do this.